What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I'm back with another little family home and this time it's in Evergreen Harbor. So as you can probably already tell by the surroundings of this lot, I'm building in the more industrialized version of Evergreen Harbor, or I don't know if that is the right word, it's just the less modernized and the less cleaned up version of Evergreen Harbor, I suppose. You can see that there isn't any like modernization going on. There is some trash here and there around this lot. And yeah, I never really built in this version of the world of Evergreen Harbor because I do prefer the more modernized, cleaned up version. It makes the world look so unique and cheerful and just very special. And I really, really enjoy that version of Evergreen Harbor. Though I do not appreciate this version enough, I feel like, because this is also very unique and you can come up with like completely different storylines and different little builds. And yeah, since I was building for my save file, which probably won't come as a surprise because that is all I've been doing lately. But yeah, since I was building this for my save file, I wanted to do something in the more industrialized or like less cleaned up version of this world, since that is the default like version of the world. And that is what it's gonna be like by default for my save file as well. So if you wanna clean up the world, you can do that through gameplay, but by default, it's gonna be a bit less cleaned up and less modernized, I suppose. So yeah, that is why I'm building in this version of the world and I had so much fun with it. You can see that I'm just building a very small little home. It does end up being a 3-bedroom family home, which I feel like is pretty nice. However, the bedrooms are very, very small. So yeah, it makes sense, but I mean, the house is only small, so it makes sense that the bedrooms are very small, but still, nonetheless, it's a 3-bedroom house, which I feel like is kind of nice. And as I was building this, I didn't really have a specific storyline in mind or anything. I just wanted to build something that would blend in completely with the rest of the debug or like a life edit object houses, I guess you can see, like the neighboring houses in this street. This one blends in perfectly. I mean, this one is obviously a bit more like detailed and stuff. There's a lot more going on compared to the other like shells in the neighborhood, but still it fits in perfectly. I definitely did take inspiration from the neighboring little houses. However, I did try to make it my own, obviously, as I usually do. But still, I feel like it blends in seamlessly, and that is definitely what I was enjoying. The shape of the house is very, very simple, and that was a fun challenge for me to still try and make it look interesting in that sense, because the house itself is just a little, I don't know, it's just, it's very, very simple, very easy. There's not much to it. However, I do really, really like it. I really enjoy the front porch. Like, I made the roof, like the overhang of the roof, slightly longer, is that how you say it? So it gives you a tiny bit more of like a cover situation by the front door, which I think is just so adorable. I really love that little detail. And then the house has this teeny tiny backyard. For landscaping, I didn't do a whole lot because, I mean, for the rest of the world, you don't really see very excessive landscaping anywhere here. So as I was saying before, I really tried to make this house blend in with the rest of the neighborhood. So not too much landscaping. However, I definitely did do a little bit of something, so it's not too like empty and bare. Because I love landscaping, but I sometimes tend to go overboard because I enjoy it so much. So that is what usually happens. But for this one, I mean, I definitely placed some trees and flowers and bushes and stuff, but it's nothing too crazy, nothing too manicured either. So yeah, I feel like it still really, really blends in with the rest of the world and I really enjoy it. You can see that at first I painted the house blue, but since I've been doing so many blue houses lately, I later on changed it to the same paneling, just a different color. The more, how do you describe it? Like tan color? It's like a brownish color. However, it's more like gray and a bit lighter. I really like that color. It's a more tan color. You'll see it in just a second here, I think. So yeah, I changed that off camera quickly because I was taking a look at the house and I was like, you know what? No, this is too blue. I've been doing too many blue houses lately. I need to change it up. And also the blue just was standing out a little bit too much compared to the other houses around. The other houses are more like gray and tan colored as well. So I really enjoyed doing that for this one as well, to just kind of make it blend in. Here you can see when you look closely that I changed it. You can't really see it that well, but I did change it, and you can definitely see it in the screenshot and like in the thumbnail as well. So I feel like that is not too big of a change, but yeah, I just did not record that. Then for the rest of the house on the inside is actually quite small. I do really like it. We do have like a garage kind of situation off to the side. It's not really a garage. However, it definitely feels like one. I placed a laundry in there and then also a handiness table. So that was a very nice little extra space that I gave this house, which was very, very useful and very nice. And then we also have one bathroom downstairs. That is the only bathroom in the house. It is a full bathroom, obviously, because it is the only one, but there is no bathroom upstairs. I sacrificed the bathroom upstairs because I really wanted to go for a 3-bedroom house, because I feel like for gameplay, that would just be so useful. And I also thought it would be quite realistic, because I was thinking, like, as I was furnishing the house, you can see that it's a bit of an older, more dated house. I use a lot of darker brown colors for a lot of the furniture pieces in here, and for some reason, I mean, there are definitely some more modern pieces in this house here and there. It's not like traditional in any sense. It feels quite modern, but as you can see, it's not very luxurious. It feels kind of thrifted here and there, but at the same time a little bit trendy as well. But definitely, I mean, you can definitely tell by the kitchen that it feels a little bit dated, and that is definitely what I was trying to go for, because as I was furnishing the house, like working my way through the house, I was starting to think, like, what sort of family would live here? Why do I want to have 3 bedrooms so badly? And that is when I realized, well, this could very well be for a young couple who recently bought their first home. Maybe they were in an apartment before, they had their first child, who is now a toddler. They had their first child in that apartment. It was all going perfectly fine and really well. They had a nice 2-bedroom apartment, nice and small, but would definitely work. But then one of the parents, they got pregnant again for the second time with their second baby. And that's when they were like, you know what, we need to move out of this small apartment because we do not have enough bedrooms. We need to move out of this apartment, buy a little house, and yeah, so that we have enough space for our little growing family, basically. That is what I was thinking. So I thought that they were able to afford this house in a less, I want to say, like, less modern, like not as nice of a neighborhood in Evergreen Harbor. I mean, you can see by the surroundings, it's not ugly by any means, but it's definitely a little bit dirty, and the neighborhood just needs a little bit of work. So they were able to afford this little house there, and I was thinking maybe originally the house did only have 2 bedrooms upstairs and 1 bathroom, and then they were able to afford this cheaper home, and then they also had a little bit of their savings left to do a little bit of renovating to the house. So what they did was they sacrificed 1 bedroom to turn it into a nursery. And then they're just gonna have to live with only 1 full bathroom downstairs. And then maybe originally this 1 bathroom off of the kitchen was originally only a half bath with laundry, but what they did was they moved the laundry over to the very small garage so that they could put a shower tub combo in the 1 and only bathroom downstairs off of the kitchen. So they, like, basically what they did was with a little bit of money that they had left over from buying this house, they did just a couple of renovations. Like, they got rid of the extra bathroom, they created a full bathroom out of the 1 half bathroom they had downstairs, and then they moved the laundry to the garage. Like, that was basically all they had money for, so that is what they did. So I feel like in the future, they definitely do want to do some more work to the house. Maybe they want to knock out this wall between the living room and the kitchen, make it 1 big open floor plan with a nice open, like, kitchen area situation, because you can see that the kitchen is definitely a bit dated. I did use the nice, quite modern looking counters from Dream Home Decorator, though I use them in this, like, to me it always looks like an older looking wood swatch, if that makes sense. It's like the richer, darker wood, and it makes the counters look a little bit less modern and new, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense here, but that is just what it feels like to me in this specific swatch. So the kitchen is not necessarily super old, but it is just a bit on the cheaper side and just not as nice. And the flooring in the kitchen, for example, isn't that nice either. The same goes for the bathroom because I used the exact same tiles or like linoleum, I guess it is, in the bathroom as well. So at some point, they definitely do want to do some more renovating to the house, but this was all they had money for right now. So I feel like that would be a lot of fun to actually play through in the game, like gameplay wise, as you're cleaning up the neighborhood. Maybe you're modernizing the neighborhood. With that, you can also just do a little bit of renovating to this house. I think that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, that is what I did. Here you can see we have the one and only bathroom off of the kitchen. And I really love how this house came together. I love that it was just, it felt a little bit more like less modern and less open. And I just really enjoyed that for this one. So here you can see we have the teeny tiny garage. I mean, it's not even a proper garage, I don't think, because from the front of the house, you can't even tell. It doesn't have like a garage door or anything. It's just a little, almost like a mudroom kind of situation, because it does have a back door. We have two back doors, one off of this room and then one off of the kitchen as well. So I feel like that is pretty nice. So maybe the couple living here, they at some point want to like I said, knock down the wall between the living and the kitchen and then make like a large like glass sliding door into the garden. I don't know, something like that is their dream for this home at some point, but obviously they do not have the money for that right now. And at first I was also debating whether or not I should create a study upstairs, because I do not have like a proper office or study area in this house. But I got rid of that idea pretty quickly because I realized that I wanted to do a family, like a growing young family with one toddler and then the second baby on the way. Basically, so I got rid of that idea. There's no office in this house or anything, but I feel like that is okay. I meant to place a laptop on the dining table, but I forgot, I think. Looking back at the footage now, I think I forgot to place a laptop. So when you are grabbing this house off of the gallery, there won't be a computer. I forgot about that. That's actually kind of dumb of me, but that is okay. You can easily fix that problem by popping a little laptop on the dining table and you're good to go. Or maybe you're playing with a completely different household and you don't need 3 bedrooms, then you can easily turn one of the small bedrooms into an office and you're good to go. Because here you can see the master bedroom is not that large either. It's pretty small. It has space for a double bed and a wardrobe, but that is basically about it. So it's very, very simply decorated. I do really like it though. I feel like the colors in here are very neutral, but they did have the money for a nice bed, or maybe they already had this bed in their apartment. That's also possible, of course. But they do have a nice, like modern looking bed with like nice nightstands. And this is just not too bad. It's just a quite small master bedroom, but this is all they need space for, basically, just a bed and a wardrobe. I mean, maybe ideally you would love to have a larger wardrobe situation, or maybe space for an additional dresser when you're a couple, or maybe if you just have a lot of clothes, then maybe one small wardrobe isn't enough for like 2 Sims. But in the game, that obviously doesn't matter. But yeah, realistically, maybe you want to do that. But yeah, this is only a small house, so there is only so much you can do. But here you can see we are decorating the little nursery, and I was imagining that the parent is still pregnant, so the second one is still on the way. The baby isn't here yet, but the nursery is all ready to go. So you can see that I used the Bigfoot Blarfy from the new kit. Oh, I love that Blarfy so much. I think it's so cute, and I'm using it all the time now because it's just gorgeous. Also, the werewolves trailer dropped. This is a completely random little side note, but I'm very, very excited about it. I love the trailer. At this point, we also already have pictures of all the assets coming with the game, and let me tell you, I'm so excited for the build buy. It's so industrialized, and I'm so excited for the world as well. A lot of like torn pieces of furniture, distressed pieces of furniture that I'm just so excited about. We also, that's why it popped up in my brain, I think, is because we're also getting a new toddler bed as well as a new crib. And I am so freaking excited about that because we do not have enough cribs or toddler beds in this game. So I'm so excited that we're getting a couple with, or like one of either, I guess, in the new game pack. So I'm very excited about that. So yes, I will definitely be purchasing the pack when it comes out. and I will be doing my fair share of content on it as well. I mean, I'm not that big of an occult player. I actually really do not like occults all that much at all. So that is going to be quite interesting. But I am very excited about the world and the build by items, the distressed like industrialized stuff, and the like industrial world that we're getting. I feel like it's going to be so much fun. So yeah, I'm definitely super excited for the pack and the stuff that we're going to get. I just can't wait. But yeah, we still have to wait a little bit for that. But for now, here you can see in the backyard is only very small. So we did not have a lot of space in here. However, I did find the space for the tent that came with a little camper's kit. I did have to size it down once, but it fits in there. And then I also placed a little chair and a dollhouse for the kids. But that is pretty much going to be it for this build. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. I feel like it fits in with this less cleaned up version of Evergreen Harbor perfectly. When you look at the shells, I guess, across the street, I don't know, it just goes hand in hand and I love it. I'm also really happy that I changed the color of the siding to this tan brown grayish color. It just makes it blend in a lot better. So yeah, the house definitely doesn't look all that nice. However, I do feel like it looks very cute. I did a little bit of landscaping, but that is definitely about it, not too much. We do have this pathway leading into the backyard. The backyard is only very small, but I did place a nice picnic table and a play area for the toddler, I guess, and then both the kids a little bit later on. We do have one sad little planter back here as well, and then two lounge chairs. We do have a couple more planters over here by the front porch. So if you want to use these, just leave the plants that I put in there and you're good to go. But then when we go inside, when we walk through the front door, we do not have a proper entryway. However, I feel like this layout makes it so that it still kind of feels like an entryway. So we have the front door and then we have a coat rack over here and a nice shelving unit. And then I placed some shoes over here behind the couch. I feel like that is so cute and realistic. I would definitely be putting my shoes there all the time. We also have a little mirror in the entryway, and then we have this archway leading into the tiny little hallway with a staircase. Overall, I'm just so happy with the layout for this house. I don't know why, but I just love it. It's super simple, but I love how the staircase is tucked away in this little hallway, and then we have a door leading into the mudroom off of there. I don't know, I just really enjoy it. But anyway, over here we have the living room slash dining area. It's very matchy color scheme wise and like wood tone wise as well, but I really like that for this house. So we have a very simple base game couch and then probably a second-hand chair, and then we do have a nice TV and a gaming console as well as a stereo and a full 4-seater dining table over here. So I feel like that is quite nice. Then we have this archway leading into the kitchen. The kitchen feels a little bit more on the dated side. However, I really like it. It is only small. So we have this one free counter that your Sims can use for cooking. So not that much kitchen clutter this time because I just literally did not have the space for it. Then over here we have the trash can and this teeny tiny little breakfast table. This one isn't functional because if I did make it functional, then the chairs would definitely be blocking the walkway like into the bathroom. So that wouldn't work. So I just scooted these chairs underneath the table and I really like how it looks. It's actually quite cute. Then we have the fridge and the microwave back here, and off of the kitchen we have the one and only bathroom of the house. This is my most used bathroom layout, I feel like, with the shower tub combo and then the sink and the toilet on the other side. It just works perfectly. And then over here we have the mudroom slash garage. I just do not know what to call this. I feel like it's both a garage as well as a mudroom. We have the laundry machines in here, and I also made sure to place the decoration boxes. We have a hamper in here and then the woodworking bench as well. You can see that I play tested it, which means it's all functional. It looks very cramped, but it's definitely functional, so that is nice. Then when we go upstairs, we have a teeny tiny landing area. I still needed a place to put a bookcase, so I was able to place one on the landing. It fits here perfectly. So yeah, we have a functional bookcase. Then the first door over here is the toddler's bedroom. It's only small, but I mean, it works perfectly for a toddler. And then even for up to a teenager, I feel like a bedroom this size It's gonna be cramped, but it fits. The toddler has everything they would need in here though. Some toys, a potty, a pillow, and a tiny dresser as well. Then over here we have the quote-unquote master bedroom. It's very small, nothing too fancy, but it's a little bit more spacious than the other two bedrooms, which only makes sense in my opinion. They have their bed in here obviously, and then their wardrobe situation over on this side. And then next to the parents' bedroom, we have the nursery. Oh, we have my playtester Sim in here. I do not know what she's doing up here, but it's fine. You can see that even though it's very cramped in here, it is all functional. She can route around in here, so that's perfect. So yeah, a little crib in the corner and then a makeshift changing table over here on this side as well. But that is actually it for this house. I did not know what to call this house for the life of me, so I decided to just call it a 3-bedroom family home. It's up on the gallery, as you can see. I built it on a 20 by 15 in Evergreen Harbor, and it comes in at just under 47,000 simoleons, so it's not that bad. It's definitely not a starter home, but it's not that bad. I feel like you would be able to save up for this if you're playing without money cheats, so that's nice. But that's gonna do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, give me a follow over at twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!